Have you ever watched a video and in it will appear a little hand-drawn animation that looks something a little like this, or maybe even something a little like this? There are 1,000,001 different ways you can use these hand-drawn animations. Maybe you want to talk about a product and you just want something to point out what that product is and just make your video stand out from the rest and look that a little bit more polished and just have that something that helps catch someone's eye a little bit more. Now these little animations are actually a lot easier to create for yourself than you might first have thought. So in this video, we're going to have a look at how you can create these animations for yourself and get them in your own videos. Let's get into it. Very quickly, just before we go any further, if you're new here to this channel, my name is Scott Edwards. I make all sorts of videography and tech related videos, so if they are the sorts of things you are interested in, consider clicking that little subscribe button just down below there and come and be a part of this community. Right, so how do you create these animations? In my case, I'm going to be using my iPad Pro with my Apple Pencil. Now you can use any tablet or even your iPhone if you really wanted to. The only thing you need to be able to do is to record the screen of your device. I'm going to be using an app called Procreate as well, but feel free to use any app that you wish that you can draw in. So what I'm going to do is open up Procreate and I have just a blank page open. And what color do we want the text to be? Let's say we want the text to be white. I'm going to choose a white pencil and we're going to make, just so we can see, the background black. This just makes it easier so we can see everything. We're not going to have that background on it when we have the finished product. So the first thing you need to do is to record the screen of your device. So up here, I'm going to go into my control center and click the little red record button. And then we're going to go back into Procreate. And let's say we want to draw an arrow. And we just draw an arrow. Maybe we want to fill it in as well. And we have an arrow that looks something a little like that. Then all we need to do is go back into our control center and stop recording. And then that will save into your Photos app so you can then airdrop it over to your MacBook. Now you can draw as many of these as you want to, so let's say we want something else, we can clear that one. Maybe we want to add in a little bit of hand-drawn text, so I'm going to go in and change my brush to a nice pen to write with, make sure it's recording, go back into Procreate, and I'm going to write Sony A7R2, and then I'm going to again stop that recording, and that is again saved into my Photos app. So if we go into my Photos app, you can see here at the bottom we have these two video clips that are our screen recordings, and I'm going to select them and I'm going to airdrop them straight to my MacBook over here. So drawing wise, that is all we need to do. We don't need the iPad anymore. We have got everything we need to be able to do these hand-drawn animations inside Final Cut Pro. You can see over here I have a Final Cut window open and I have one short clip imported into my timeline. This is from a video I made a few days ago. So all I want to do is go and find these two files that we just created, the video files of us drawing, and I'm going to drag and drop them straight into my timeline. Don't worry about them being longer than the original file clip that we have, but you can see here we have us drawing this arrow. So what we want to do is get rid of the background and just keep the arrow. So what we're going to do is go over to where it starts to draw the arrow, and we're just going to trim the start of the clip there because we don't need that bit, and where it ends we're going to trim the end off. We're going to move it over here, and then all we need to do is go to our little crop tool and we're going to crop to just around the black area. And then you want to keep this clip selected in the timeline, and we're going to go up into the inspector and change our blend mode up here in the top right to screen. And you can see then we have an arrow with no background that we can then use in this video in any way we want to. So we can then go over to our transform tools, we can resize it, we can move it around. If we want to rotate it, we can do. And we can put it exactly where we want to. And then if we play it through, it looks like this arrow is being drawn onto the screen as you watch it. Now obviously it looks like it's being drawn very slowly because it's being drawn in the real time that you drew it. So what you might want to do is go and speed it up a little. So let's say we want it 4 times as fast. And there we go. That's maybe a little bit too fast. Let's go to 2 times. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better like that. But then obviously it will just disappear at the end of the clip. So what you can do is we're going to copy that clip and paste it next to it and reverse it. And then we might want to speed this one up a little bit. So we're just going to drag it over here like that. And then if we watch it through, you can see we have it being drawn and colored in. And then as that clip ends, because we've copied it and reversed it, it's also being drawn away, which looks really cool. I really like what you can do with all of these. And there's no limit to what you can do. You can draw wherever you want to. If you want to add in handwritten text, you can do, just like we're going to do now. So we're going to drag this clip over here now as well and do the exact same. So we're going to go over to where it starts to write, cut the end of the clip, and we're gonna put it on top of here. Again, we're gonna go into the crop tool, crop to where just the black space is, go to the blend mode, click screen, and again, we have everything we need to. Click transform. Maybe you want to put it underneath the arrow, make it a little bit smaller, and then we can speed it up a little. And there we go. It helps just add something a little bit extra to your video and give it a bit more of a polished look. Now obviously it's not perfect, we can mess around with it. Maybe we want to start text coming in a little bit after the arrow, just like that. And then we can copy that clip again and paste it at the end and reverse it and speed it up just a little. Let's leave it at the same place as the other one. And then as we watch it back, we have an arrow being drawn and some text being hand drawn in as well. And they're both there, and then they both reverse out and it looks like they're being wiped away as well. They're not just disappearing like they would if it was just a hard cut at the end of the clip. So you can see that it actually is incredibly easy to create these hand-drawn graphics and just make your video look a little bit more interesting. There's literally no end to what you can do with these. You can draw whatever you want to. And if you wanted to do something a little bit extra, maybe you wanted to add in some sound effects to make it look like this is actually being drawn. So we're going to go into sound effects and we're going to type in pencil and drag in this pencil writing sound effect. And then we will cut it just as the pencil stops drawing, and as it starts being rubbed away, we'll copy that sound effect again. We'll paste it there, and obviously this needs speeding up because we sped it up before, so we'll go to 2 times and finish it just at the end of those same clips. And as it's being rubbed away as well, there we go. How easy is that? And it just looks so good as well. You can have so much fun with creating these little hand-drawn effects. All you need to use is the Notes app on your iPad. Whichever drawing app you have, you can use. Go and have fun creating some graphics with your iPad inside Final Cut Pro. You can do this inside Premiere as well, whichever editing software you use. All you need to do is be able to record the device you are drawing your graphics on and then stick it into whichever editing software you use, crop it, change the blend mode, and it is that easy. Just go and have fun with it, see what you can do. It might be something you want to do quite a lot. So yeah. Let me know if you have done this or you do intend on doing this, what you use to maybe create these graphics as well. I'm always interested to know. Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, go and have fun, and I shall see you in the next video.